Well, you know how bad the police in America is getting to be? Oh, it's getting so bad, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the airman that was shot? Why was he shot? Because that dumb cop said to say he gave him a aggressive stare. Oh, you mean SOB. I mean, it's getting to the point now you give him a nard dog, junk dog look like that. Or you give a cop an action like, oh, go F yourself, you pig. So they're going to pull out their gun and shoot you because you give him a stare. Or you give him an attitude like you hate the police like that. Blue light. Check it out.
Decided to shoot an airman in his apartment for doing absolutely nothing illegal, nothing wrong. Well, he says he did it because, well, he had an aggressive stare with millions watching. Let's go to the video.
Okay. Well, we already seen the video. It's on my channel for previous.
Are they fighting or something?
He's saying that it happens frequently.
Okay.
But this time it sounded like it was getting out of hand.
Sheriff's office, open the door! Sheriff's office, open the door! Step out. Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
It's over there.
Drop the gun!
I don't have it.
312, shots fired. Suspect down. Do not move!
He wasn't a suspect.
Nope, he wasn't.
Put up the picture full man side by side.
Check this out.
Airman Roger Fortson was immediately shot by Okaloosa County Sheriff's Deputy Eddie Duran. This is in Florida. The Florida Sheriff's Deputy fatally shot the Air Force.
You know what's so funny? We just seen that picture. Let's see it one more time. You know, I think it's so funny that Finding Freedom, Finding Benchwarmer goes around and he sits there and says, oh, our police officers are the greatest in our country. We have such wonderful and good police officers. There's no such thing as a bad police officer. Finding Benchwarmer can say, this is a real hero. This is not. He said, oh, police officers are the real heroes out there, not people who serve for our country. All right, back to this.
Force airman in his apartment doorway felt justified based on, quote, a stare.
A stare.
According to a newly released report on the Okaloosa Sheriff's Office. This is the office's internal investigation. Now keep that picture up. This is what he put in the official report.
Here it comes.
Mr. Fortson did not have time to stare at anybody. A stare is not a glance. It is...
prolonged looking.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Something you did not afford, Mr. Fortson. But he did afford you time. The irony is both of you have the same mandate and training to never point your weapon until you detect a threat. He followed his training and kept his constitutionally protected weapon on his side because he never saw you as a threat. But he's at his own home and you immediately saw him as a threat and decided to put multiple bullets in his body.
No, then a dumb cop labeled him as a suspect, which he wasn't.
Was the 23-year-old's eyes. That's what he said. What he perceived as an aggressive look prompted him to open fire within 2 or 3 seconds of Fortson opening his door. Quote, when I saw his eyes, I saw aggression. Duran said, according to sheriff's report. It was a stare that was fixated 100% on me. Not eyebrows raised, not, hey, what's going on? Why are you here? It was a stare that showed me there was aggression.
Oh my goodness. What is up with police officers justifying their action like that? Oh, he give me a stare, like that mad dog, guard dog look. Not like, hey, what's going on? Why are you here? You know, just say stare. Or they're gonna justify it like that. Oh, it's just like he's gonna justify like, well, he made me feel afraid. I had to take him down.
So the officer is saying he shot a black man dead for looking at him the wrong way. Do you understand? This is what the man has put in an official report. Because that Negro looked at me with such aggression, I had to put him down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that actually used to be protected in this nation.
Second Amendment. But you got a stupid, dumb white cop, probably a racist piece of shit. And he said, I didn't like the way that nugga was looking at me, so I had to put that nugga down where he belonged. He probably thought, oh, he's probably a gangbanger, doing drugs, criminal. There are good black people out there in society. I mean, I've always said it one time too. I said there are good black people. There are dumb ones, you know, that don't want to get a job or like that. That suspect society hand and foot and I'm rolled a red carpet out. But there's good black people out there that want to make a living, having a family like that. And it doesn't matter about carrying a gun, owning a gun, having a concealed permit like that. It's protected Second Amendment. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Latino, Philippine, Taiwan. It doesn't freaking matter. Everybody in this nation is allowed to exercise the Second Amendment.
If you looked at a white male the wrong way, if you looked at a white woman in particular at all, you could be put down that same day. No repercussion whatsoever. Body cam footage released earlier in May by the sheriff's office, however, appeared to show during firing that the senior airman with little warning and no provocation. He did die later at the hospital. The deputy was actually terminated. So finally, the sheriff gets around, terminates.
Yep. I covered that a couple weeks ago. He was fired.
First. But that's not enough, says Fortson's grieving family members and friends who spoke out alongside their attorney, Benjamin Crump, in a recent news conference in Atlanta where Fortson grew up. Quote, I put so many pictures of my baby on social media, his mother, Miss Fortson, said at the news conference, where she spoke glowingly of her son, who served in overseas combat zones and was stationed at nearby Hulbert Field. Quote, he would never put aggression in his eyes if he wanted to. Roger was helping to raise a 16-year-old brother. But this was a good man. This tragic incident should have never occurred, stated Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden in the statement announcing his firing. Quote, the objective facts do not support the use of deadly force as an appropriate response to Mr. Fortson's actions. Mr. Fortson did not commit any crime. By all accounts, he was an exceptional airman and individual. Keep up the sheriff's picture because he does not get a pass on this one.
Nope.
When this first happened, it was the sheriff who came out and said that the deputy was at the right apartment and that his deputy did not hide himself from the peephole.
And he lied.
The reality is we still don't know if the deputy was at the right apartment. We assume the answer is no, he wasn't. And while he did not hide himself from the peephole with a hand, he did hide from the peephole by leaving the general area where he could be seen. And Mr. Fortson would be alive today. He would be alive today if that deputy stood where he was supposed to. Why? Because Mr. Fortson would have realized the person knocking on my door like this is law enforcement. There is no threat here. Obviously, there's a mistake somewhere. Let me open the door and talk to him. Let me put this gun away. Okay? Now, Sheriff, you have jurisdiction here. You fired him for engaging in excessive force that led to the death of another human being. According to the statute, that's manslaughter. At least it could be murder 3. Why did you not effect an arrest? You just fired him like he violated an office policy.
Yeah, he fired him, but guess what? He can go to a different city and get hired as a police officer, and that's the problem. Oh, you get these officers, oh yeah, they're fired. Oh yeah, do the right thing. No, it's not good enough. When you get a police officer unjustifiably kill somebody like that, open fire like that, they need to be held accountable. What will happen to us? We'd be charged. We'd be facing a man. We'd be facing murder too. Plead down to manslaughter. It's crazy. But yeah, they just get a free. Oh, they're fired. Yeah. Oh yeah, but they did go join a different police department. And a lot of these police departments are so desperate, they'll hire any crooked cop out there. It's crazy. That's why I always sit there and say you need to abolish qualified immunity. And these police officers that kill people need to face the same repercussion and the charges as any civilian person would.
Man violated a law.
Yeah.
A whole man is dead. But you didn't have the strength, fortitude to do what you were supposed to do, which is effect the arrest.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Sheriff.
Shame
on you. All right. So,
just like, what happened to Janelle Kandula last year. What happened to Kevin Dave? No charge on it. No charges. And I always say, shame on CLPD. Shame on Daniel Otter for even making fun of her life, so she had limited value. And shame on the prosecutors that dropped the ball. Should affect the rest on Kevin Dave. He should be prosecuted. Absolutely disgusting.
So the sheriff is now coming out acting as if he was a good guy all along, still has not effected an arrest. When pressed about it, he says, well, there's a state investigation. Do not forget that state is ran by Governor Ron DeSantis. So good luck on that.
Yeah.
All right. Mayor, thoughts here.
So another tragedy, another reason why Donaldson doesn't get to say the stupid stuff that he said about Jim Crow.
Right.
This is the legacy of Jim Crow. A black man looked a certain way and it can get him killed, even if he is serving as a active airman. This is absolutely disgusting. And to say that he didn't hide himself when he's standing to the left of the door, you absolutely are hiding yourself. Also, why is your gun drawn? What if that was a kid that opened that door and it was somebody's kid, 23 years old? It is absolutely disgusting that his life has been cut short and nobody is probably going to stand a trial or we're going to see justice for this at all.
Man, it's so unfortunate because good young man, was raising his 16-year-old brother because he just needed to step in and do what he needed to do. We spoke right here on Indisputable with a retired Baltimore police officer who's also a retired airman. And he told us so many nuances that should have happened that did not happen. The one thing that deputy was supposed to do was call into the precinct, call the operator and say, listen, I want you to tell me the last 30 days what has happened at this apartment. If that's the wrong apartment, they would have known immediately. There has been no 911 calls at that apartment, period, that would have taken seconds to do. And if he was afraid, as the reason he did not stand in front of the peephole, for some reason he was afraid, even though there's no evidence he should have been, he was supposed to call backup before he engaged. If he was.
I mean, like I said, it's getting to the point where it's like it's like your demeanor, your actions. It's like if you do something that makes a police officer feel, supposedly uncomfortable, your attitude, the way you look at them, the way you talk to them or greet them like that, or like you have an attitude like you hate that police officer or the department like that, it'll get you killed. Welcome to Police America, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm out of here. My job. Peace out.